Hey, what's up? If you subscribe to our Instagram, then you know that we have been testing the new OneBoy X1 projector for the past few days. By the way, we often make announcements about upcoming reviews on our Instagram, and we post behind-the-scenes videos. If you're interested, follow us. So the new OneBoy X1 projector was released about 1 month ago, but there are no hands-on videos about it in English on YouTube. So we are the first on English YouTube to publish the video with unboxing, full review and test OneBoy X1 projector. If you don't know anything about the new projector, then let me tell you about its main features. I have a global version of a OneBoy X1 projector, and I bought it on Banggood for $99. This is LCD projector with 300 NC lumens brightness, 720p native resolution, 1080p support, wireless screen projection, as well as connection by cable. By the way, I tested both wireless and wired same screen projection and show you this later in this video. Okay, let's start the review with unboxing. OneBoy X1 projector comes in this box. By the way, some Chinese stores, for example Banggood, says that this projector is from Xiaomi. However, there is no inscription or logo of Xiaomi on the box and projector itself. This is because Xiaomi just offers the projector on its Youpin platform, but it was not involved in the development and production of the device. Inside the box we have projector itself, remote control, HDMI cable, power cable, and user manual. Like other products from Xiaomi ecosystem, OneBoy X1 projector has a plastic wide body. On the front there is a lens and OneBoy logo. By the way, this OneBoy logo is also remote control signal receiver. On the back we can see power button, AV port, 3.5mm audio jack, USB and HDMI ports. There is also power connector on the back. On the top, projector has control panel with up, down, left and right buttons, as well as the return button. There is also keystone correction and focus wheel. You know, control panel looks very simple and useless, so it is better to use remote control. By the way, the remote control of a OneBoy X1 projector looks similar to remote controls of Xiaomi smart TVs. Do you agree? There are some useful buttons on the remote control, such as the settings menu, mouse mode and multifunction keys. Of course, you can change the volume, mute, power on-off, etc. Okay, now we can power on the projector and look at the user interface. So when you first turn on the projector, you can prompt it to select a playback source such as a Wi-Fi display, AV, HDMI and media player. Okay, now I want to check the wireless same screen connection. Open the first menu Wi-Fi display and then press OK button on remote control. Now we need to connect to the home Wi-Fi network. After that, return to the previous menu and take your phone. I have iPhone 12 with iOS operating system. Now I open control panel on smartphone and go to the screen mirroring. There is already OneBoy X1 device. That's all. Now the screen from smartphone is on the wall. You know the delay is not very high. Of course, playing games is not very convenient, but you can run a video on YouTube. Maximum 15 watt. Inside the box there is a wireless charger itself, greeting card. I want to test the connection by cable. The manual says that I just need to connect the iPhone to USB port on projector and click Trust on smartphone. It's very simple and fast. Please note that connection by cable is only available on iPhone. You cannot use this method on Android devices. You know, there are no delays at all when connecting by cable. That's very good, because you can play games on smartphone and project the screen on the wall. Before talking about projection quality, I want to measure volume and noise level. So the maximum volume is 73 dB.
Over You by Aj. A Magical Journey Through Space by Lenel Casio.
The noise level of a OneBoy X1 projector is 40 dB. Okay, now let's watch some videos, and I will give you my opinion about projection quality in conclusions.
Second and 10, Grosel looking for the crosser. Moving white is hit hard by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. But you know, it's the 15th practice. It's already on to hit. Just an absolute. All right, we should be all right. Hurry! Let's unlock this. We unlock this really quick.
Called the MatePad Pro. We have a 12.6-inch screen with this one now. It's OLED. It's all powered by the Kirin 9000.
Better than most affordable product phones that I've seen in the past. So this one you can actually see outside the indirect sunlight if you're using the screen at the maximum.
Of the Ulefone Armor 11T. This is the first phone I tested here on Frankie Tech with a built-in FLIR thermal imaging.
All you have to do is follow my voice.
We're close. I know, I'm sorry it's late.
We have time for one more job.
It's beautiful. Isn't it? Move! You gotta know how to talk to people. Now go! Let's kick the tires and fight some fires! Those people. Let's get to work. Patrol is on roll. Are you kidding me? I got this. Get out of the way. Move. You gotta know how to talk to people. Now go. Let's kick the tires and fight some fires.
One by X1 projector has 720p native resolution, but when you connect it to another device, in my case it was a laptop, we can see 1080p 60 Hz resolution. The projection quality in the dark room is very good, the colors are bright, while the details are high. You know, even the edges are not very blurry, which is one of the main problems of budget projectors. However, the brightness of projector is not enough for using it in bright room. Yes, you can still see the projection on the wall, and it is okay for presentations, but you cannot watch dark movies. In general, One by X1 is a good projector for $100. It doesn't have Android operating system, but there are many ports for connection external devices, such as laptop, game console, and even wireless connection with Android and iOS smartphones, as well as connection by cable with iPhones. If you like this projector, I will leave the links to buy it in the description under the video. Thank you for watching, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel Tech Brothers.